morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. Good morning. I see you, family. Yes, you were first. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to say good morning to everybody. It is Saturday, October 23rd. It is a beautiful sunny morning here in Georgia. But guess what, y'all? If you're only seeing me on Twitter and if you're only seeing me on YouTube, that damn Facebook has locked me out, y'all, completely. I'm able to maneuver through a back way to kind of get to my Tamara for Georgia page and my Tamara Shealey page, but my personal page has been shut down by Facebook. I cannot log in at all. At all. So please, this is why we have to be mindful about social media and how we use social media. We cannot allow social media to dictate who we are and what we're doing. We have to be mindful that that's somebody else's platform. I'm clear, but that's okay. I do have a way to interact on my Tamara for Georgia page. So if you are following me right here on Twitter, on YouTube, please spread the word. Hit that like button, hit that share, hit that notification. Please spread the word about where I am. I don't know when, how. I had to give them, literally had to take a picture of my driver's license and upload it into Facebook. I don't know where that kind of information is going. It's a privacy issue. When we get to Congress, trust me, y'all, your girl is degreed in computer information systems. So I understand the power of data and, having my personal information now in the hands of Facebook, very personal. It's my driver's license. I had to upload my driver's license just for them to look into why I'm locked out, completely locked out. All my devices, both computers and my cell phone, locked out, cannot log into Facebook. So please spread the word. But I'm smarter than the average bear. I'll tell you that. I'm from that generation of us who didn't know what we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. So I know how to maneuver without technology. Technology is a tool. We use it accordingly, but we cannot depend on it. We use it to get what we need done, but it is not our be all, and it is not my be all. Trust me, your girl know how to maneuver without using social media. I'm real clear on how to do that. I remember not having a cell phone. Look, I remember not having a computer. So I know how to operate and get things done without it. So with that being said, we're going to get this party started. We have 3 candidates this morning that's going to be joining us. Who's running? Like, who else is running around the state of Georgia? Georgia, who is running? I'm going to bring in one of my friends, Waukesha. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good, y'all. If you don't know her, go to her website, waukeshahow.com. Atlanta School Board District 1. This girl is everywhere. She loves these children. Look, she loved the kids.
Yes, ma'am.
She is your person for Atlanta School Board District 1. Waukesha, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay, just mad at damn Facebook.
I
But
can't
I'm really,
believe you got locked out.
yeah, Facebook jail is real, and I've been in Facebook jail. That's not what this is. This is a whole nother level.
Okay.
At least when you're in Facebook jail, I have been able to see and still have my account. My account is completely gone. This week I actually ran into Mr. Herschel Walker. That may be the catalyst. I don't know. I don't know if that's what triggered this, but I can tell you there's a lot of money floating around my race. So, it ain't no telling why I'm locked out of my own Facebook account. But back to you, Waukesha, School Board, Atlanta School Board, District 1, introduce yourself.
So, hello, good morning. My name is Waukesha Howe, and I am your candidate for Atlanta School Board seat, District 1. So, that would be in Atlanta. That would be the Grady, now Midtown cluster, the Southside, now Maynard Jackson cluster, and the Carver cluster. So I have 3 cluster schools, and they have elementary and middle school that feeds into those schools. So I'm running for this school board seat because I am ready to be the change that I want to see. I'm ready to make sure that no child get left behind, especially children that looks just like me.
Our babies. You know what? I find, Waukesha, is that our children are different. And when I say different, I mean it in a very, in a great, in a good way, because I
Mhm.
think they're very creative. They're not, don't put our children in a seat and say, this is the structure, this is the line, this is what you learn. Our children are
Right.
innovators, they're creative, and
Mhm.
there's a certain way you have to educate Black children. Do you
Mhm.
agree?
I absolutely do. I have 8 children, and so I have 3 that is special needs, and so I have one that have ADHD, one that has autism, and they all have their unique talent. And it's funny because this race is fueled by me trying to navigate throughout the system and making things work for them. I just, as I say, graduated my hardest child. I mean, the one that had me at the school every day. I'm a PTA and go team mom. And so with him, he was very active, and I had to go to the school and stay involved before they even had a chance to call me. I would just have to go or be on go. So now that I got him out. The hardest one, I say. I'm so proud. He's working. He didn't go to college. So I can't say college is not for everyone. I
Mm,
do, even though I may look young, I do have a 22-year-old who is on his 3rd year in college. And so one went to college, one didn't go. So I understand we need other options. Now, my younger babies are very tech savvy. I always bring this story up because throughout the pandemic, my 4-year-old started school, and I watched her submit documents like a college student. I got my degree from Purdue University online. And so when I saw her doing her work online and turning it into her teacher, I was so proud, and that gave me hope that our babies can do anything with the proper resources and the right people. Our babies can do anything they want to.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They, like I say, I think they're different. They're different, and I think we have to explore other ways to engage them with education. Like I said, you can't give
Hmm.
them a textbook and say, "Here, read this, do this." That cookie cutter way of educating our children, specifically our children, it just does
Right.
not work. It just
It
doesn't
doesn't.
work.
See, and I saw that in my son, the one I called the hardest. I saw that in him. He was not going to sit there. He needed to take breaks. He needed someone who was nurturing but firm. So having the right teacher is important. And one thing that I was very successful with my children all together, I created a bond at the beginning of the school year to make sure that wherever you need, I'm here. I'm that classroom parent. I want you to have a great day so you can make sure that my baby have a great day. And
Mhm.
once we created those bonds, I watched my children flourish. And see, that's something I want to see for all children, not just my own. Because what I end up doing, I started asking questions about other kids. And I always say this, when I started asking questions about the other kids in my community, it was like, wait a minute now. I can take care of yours, but these other kids, where they parents at? They don't come up here. They're not as engaged as you are. That's fine. But you have a job to do, and
Mhm.
as a mother in the community, my job is to make sure you take care of all these babies and not just mine because I'm here.
Mhm. Mhm. School board, like, tell us the story. Like, what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna run? Like, where did that come from, Waukesha?
So, like I was just saying, my children teachers was actually asking me to run years ago. And I kept telling them, I said, y'all, I don't know nothing about politicians. I don't know, how to get in a race and do whatever these people do, raise all this money. The AJC just did the article showing my opponent raised 30,000, and I made, I raised over 3,000. So, a lot of this stuff I didn't know anything about, but I think this school year, as I watched the board not listen to us, and this story I have to share because one of my childhood friends passed away.
Mhm.
And I remember recently telling our current board member, and she said to me, she said, did she get her vaccination? What? Are, are you serious? And so That's the reason why I'm running, because of things like that. That's the reason why I'm running, and I'm going to continue to run, and I'm going to run like it's no tomorrow. But overall, my children, teachers, and friends, they've been asking me for years, because they're like, you so passionate and you're not scared to speak up. And believe it or not, me and my family was homeless 2018. And I said, after looking for resources and staying with family, and we finally found a home, I said, once we get stable, I got so much to say, and I'm not going to hold back, because I watch how I'm going to address us first, how we don't take care of each other. And we definitely don't take care of our babies. We recently just talked about graduation rate here. We had an increase. Yet we have a large population of our children, which our school system is 73% African American.
Mhm.
But that large population of kids are not reading on grade level. That's a problem. I'm sorry. We could post all the great pictures and all that good stuff, but if we don't make sure we're moving the numbers, we're supporting our babies and their families, then once again, that's just another generation left behind. And when I get on these meetings, because I'm on all of them every day, even on the weekend sometimes, only thing I hear is, yeah, we're not doing so well, but we're making some gains. Well, let me ask you something. When you go and fill out an application, do they ask you about the gains you made, or what you can do for this company to make sure that they're successful?
Mhm. Mhm.
You
So
know,
that so,
so
so those numbers are skewed. You're saying that, so they have this graduation rate that reflects that they're, we're graduating these students, but they're not even reading on grade level.
not even reading on grade level. No, I just went to go to the state to look at the numbers, and I don't even know what to think, because some of the numbers was not even there. I seen them for some schools, but the schools that's around my area are the ones that I'm interested in. They're not there. And I'm like, well, what's going on with that? But we see in the community. I got on my pink shirt because it's breast cancer month, but I usually wear a shirt that say, if you want to fix crime here in Atlanta, because everybody is fear mongering, and talking so much about crime. If you want to fix crime here in Atlanta, fix education. We always hear a lot of these crimes that's being committed are by our children in Atlanta public schools. And so I asked the question, where do we go wrong as a community? Because I believe in that village. I was born in that era, that village area. So I believe, that it takes a village to raise one child.
Mhm.
And we have left behind thousands of children, thousands. So why not run? Why wouldn't I? I have the passion and I got the time. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm so proud of you for stepping up, because like I know someone just said that you all about it 24/7, 365. And I believe that, and I hear that, and I've heard that you and I have been following each other around,
Mm-hmm.
in these clubhouse streets, and I hear your passion, and I hear your heart to serve. So
Mm-hmm.
Waukesha, I am so proud of you. And you say you're gonna hang out with me today.
Yes.
Our next person, future politician is here. I'm going to bring him to the screen. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Jareem the Dream.
Great morning, y'all. Oh my gosh. Listen. Hey Waukesha, how you doing? Miss Tamara Johnson Shealey, how are you
Mwah.
doing?
We out here in these political streets. Jareen, I am so glad that you could join us this morning. Atlanta City
Yes.
Council, please tell us what district you're running for.
Yes, Dream Sharp. I'm running for Atlanta City Council Post 1 at large. For those that may or may not know about at large, Atlanta is split into 12 districts, districts 1 through 12. When you see or hear the term at large, it means that we look forward to representing all 12 districts in the city. So no matter where you are, District 1, District 12, District 9, it doesn't matter. When you see at large, again, for me, I look forward to representing the entire city. So I'm running Post 1 at large here in the city of Atlanta.
All right. Did I get that website right?
You can maybe give the campaign website, and that's just sharp.vote. Sharp.vote, really easy.
Sharp.vote. Let me
Yes,
edit
ma'am.
that and put that back.
Sharp.vote.
Okay.
I can't
Tell
believe,
us.
how are y'all? I'm so happy right now. I had no idea why Keisha is
Me
here.
too.
I
Is
wow.
that right,
Listen,
Jermaine? Sharp.vote?
Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's
That's
me.
it. All right. All right. Welcome to the broadcast this morning. Y'all, Jareem is, not new to politics. This brother has kind of made his way around. Jareem, tell him where you come from and why you decided to run.
So yeah, so I'm from Dade County, Miami, Florida, 305. That's where I'm from. But most of my family is here in the Metro Atlanta area, really in Gwinnett County mostly. I live right here in the heart of downtown Atlanta, so I can go east, north, south, west. It doesn't matter. I did that on purpose, and for a little while, I had a few different reasons for running. But then recently, I heard somebody say it, so I'm going to repeat it. I'm running because it's personal. That's why I'm running. This is very personal to me. Right now in our streets, when I'm riding the scooter or riding the bike, we have no sidewalks for kids to be able to get to school, for seniors to be able to walk, for those with disabilities to be able to just get over the sidewalks, to be able to get into City Hall. That is a problem. Another, housing. I rent right now. I don't want my apartment or my rent to go to $3,000, $4,000 a month. So I'm in the fight. This is real for me. So I'm running because it's personal. There are things that I want to be done, but I know that the things that I need to be done, many other people need to be done as well. And that's what it's really all about. So I'm running because we have a lot of things to do in our city, a lot of things to fix, a lot of things to improve upon. And I raised my hand to get into the race because I know at the time when I decided to run, there was only one other person I was really looking to run against the incumbent. And I felt at that time that it wasn't necessarily the right person. And we needed somebody, as Waukesha just said a minute ago, that has the time and the passion to really get in here and do the work. And like Waukesha, I have the time and I definitely have the passion to get in here and be fully dedicated to doing this work.
I love your energy. I love the passion that is coming out of this generation of leadership. Like you guys we're young. Like we're young
Yes.
people moving into these political spaces and fighting through this web of chaos.
Yes.
Terrible. Atlanta is special, and I'm
Yes.
trying to be nice.
I'm not nice about it at all. I mean, between the politics involved, the organizations that claim to be advocating and wanting to be a part of it, and then you also got the swamp, your regular old politicians that are a part of it. It's a system. I mean, I know that when you and I talked way back months ago, I was getting kind of new, a little bit fresh. I'm going to run. But let me tell you, after running out for 7, 8 months, politics is a whole world in itself. And I wish that everybody could just vote based on good policy and good people and good candidates. But that's not the truth. That's not how this all works. This machine works, I've learned. That doesn't mean we're discouraged, but it's definitely a reality check to know how to move around and how to get it done still. So yes, I'm not nice about it. Atlanta, it's a mess. We have a lot to clean up in politics as well as in the entire city itself. Truly.
Yeah, it's work, and you think about the money that's being poured into these races, the big money, and you want to you honestly, that just doesn't, I don't think that's going to cut it, honestly, because I think people now are more, and I hate to use the word woke, but that's kind of like where I think people see this for what it is. You may have a whole lot of money, but what does that mean in the bigger scheme of things, Jareen?
And that, I think that's what, like you said, I think people are just realizing that more now. It's not just about the money. It's not just about the name recognition. People are tired now. Like they literally go outside and they're falling on sidewalks. Their cars are being damaged because of potholes. Our kids are really out here now. You can literally get onto Boone, Joseph E. Boone, go down on a scooter like I do. They are outside and not in the schools. Literally, right now. So it's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to take on, but I mean, it's definitely exciting. And we got a lot of work to
Homelessness,
do.
Jareen. homelessness. That's one thing that breaks my heart in the city.
Yes.
Is the homelessness. Like, I don't know how y'all close your eyes to it living in Atlanta, because I live up in Gwinnett, and when I do come into the city, I actually I have a bag in my car now with some juice, some chips, because I'm gonna give that to somebody.
Yep.
And it's like, I already know that I'm gonna have to give this to somebody.
Yep. I mean, I live right downtown. So you already know, if you know Atlanta, you know downtown. I walk outside of my door every single day, and I'm literally seeing a homeless person right there outside of my apartment door. No joke. My apartment looks onto Woodruff Park. If you know Woodruff Park, that's where the homeless people sleep every single day. And that's where people come. I see that every single day. So I personally can't close my eyes. I end up tripping over a sidewalk if I do. My eyes are wide open and I see it. And what I say to that is, we just have a responsibility to really help our homeless and unsheltered brothers and sisters. We have a responsibility to do that, because I don't think that many people realize many of them are mentally unstable and they need help. And they're not, the fact of the matter is that they're not going to be able to get out of that situation on their own. That's just it. And as a city, as a people, we have to accept that and say we have to step up and be able to do something. Just like our youth, they can't do it. They're not there yet. That's for us to help them do and get where they need to go. And that's what I say about homeless people. I've been homeless before. We've had this discussion. I've lived in homeless shelters. So I see what works in the system, what doesn't work in the system, how it's supposed to work, all of that stuff. And what I say is that many of these people, they just don't have the case workers. That's one. There's nobody that's advocating for them. When I was out there a few weeks ago, all of these different activists went out there to cause a hoopla, and I went out there to see, what's really going on. Like, and I asked real question, and come to find out, most of the homeless people out there didn't even have caseworkers. No one is assigned to them to advocate for them, to get them out of that situation. So we can provide them with all the services in the world, but that's not gonna do it when you're doing a service here and a service there, and all the service providers aren't even communicating. They feed in one person 10 times a day when that person may need mental health services. That person may just need a shower, no more food. And that's our problem, is that our resources aren't coordinated enough. That's really it. It's a lack of funding, certainly, but it's not a lack of organizations out there doing the work. We have enough organizations doing the work. They need help. They need funding is what they need to be able to keep doing what they're doing. But when it comes to our homeless, that's how I feel about it. I see them every day, and my first thing that I want to do is each and every one of them needs to be assigned a case worker. All of them. If we need to hire 1 million case workers, let's do it. But each and every one of them must have a case worker to begin advocating for them, for housing, healthcare, education, jobs. They can't do all of that on their own. That's the reality of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it just breaks my heart every time I come into the city. It's like it just breaks my heart, because it's like, it's so many of them. I'm like, do y'all not see this? Like, homeless people are everywhere. Like, how do you?
Our elected officials don't have to see it, because it's a part of the build of our city. We have these big highways, so you can literally get on 85, get on 20, get right off on Capitol Avenue, park your car right at City Hall and see nothing. You don't have to see anything in the city if you don't want to. That's how our city is built. You can go from your neighborhood right to your destination, right to Pond City Market, right to the west side, wherever you need to go. And just because of how our streets are built, you don't have to see many of the homeless that are out there. You could take multiple different ways, and that's our reality in our city. Many of our elected officials, especially a lot of our mayors that we've had, they live right outside the perimeter. So they're coming all the way down 20. Like I said, they're getting right off on Capitol Avenue and swooping right into City Hall. They don't have to see what we see, actually. So that's a real reality. Sometimes I think they really underestimate how bad things are in our city
Mhm.
because they're not driving around our city. They're not. They're not hitting potholes. They're not seeing how bad the sidewalks are. They don't even see the water boys, the routes that they take. That's the truth. So they underestimate how bad our city really is.
And I want you to speak to crime in just a minute, but I do want to, since you brought up the water boys, every time I come through the city, that breaks my heart too, to see these boys, these young boys. These are entrepreneurs. They obviously have
Yep.
an entrepreneurial spirit. Let's put them in some kind of program, pay them $20 an hour to be in this program and learn to do something, like pay them, because it is so dangerous. I see them
It's
running in front of
dangerous.
cars. I see them, darting out in and out of traffic. I'm like,
Yes.
who said this? I understand they didn't want to stop them. I got that part, but this is the most dangerous situation y'all
It's
can have these kids
dangerous.
in.
Number one, it's dangerous. Before
Mhm.
we get into the entrepreneurship, before we get into income insecurity, I want to first just start with the safety. It is dangerous. I look, they're right at the top of Freedom Parkway where all the cars are rushing on Boulevard right there. It's so dangerous. That's my number one thing. I would love to give you a stand on the side right there with people, because going in and out of cars in Atlanta, Georgia, the way that people drive, no, 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 no. It's dangerous. And then number two is, I have to be honest, we have to go out. You can't knock on people's cars. You can't do that either. All right. That's dangerous. These days, as we see people pulling out guns and shooting for no reason these days. My friend Carl was on a bike the other day, and he went around a car. Long story short, the driver told him that he would shoot him if he didn't keep on going, and he was just on a bike. So it goes both ways. Not only is it dangerous out there in the street for them, but people these days, the mindset that people are in, the guns that people have gone out and bought because of the pandemic that they don't know how to use, that is now inside of their cars. That's what I'm concerned about. When you go and knock on these people's cars, you're going to knock on the wrong car. That's what concerns me the most about them being out there. Then we can go into getting them jobs, but I want to make sure that they're safe with what's going on in our world right now.
Yeah, yeah. Crime, Atlanta. That's how
Crime.
everybody view y'all, as just the crime city.
I mean, there's so much to say about crime. One, we hear a lot that our youth are committing the most amount of crimes, which I don't really fully subscribe to. I
Mhm.
don't believe that our youth are committing so many crimes. I'm not putting all of on our youth. That's number one. I believe that our youth certainly need the programs that we used to have back in the day. But I was at breakfast earlier and I was talking about, but these programs have to be made for the 21st century now. These kids have phones, they're looking at videos. You're not just gonna give them a basketball and think they're just gonna go play and stay out of trouble. It doesn't work like that anymore. So we need to have after school programs and things, but we need to make sure that they're modernized for the 21st century if we're really looking at getting a water boy off the street that's making real money. Midnight basketball is not going to do it. I'm gonna say that right now. I love the program, but we need real programs if that's the case. So that's the one thing. But the other thing about crime is there is crime in our city. Certainly, the as the population rises, just if we're talking about theory, crime will also rise just because that's just where we are in society, how things are going. What I can say about that is that I believe that community policing is a big answer to it. But when I think about community policing, what I think about is, and a lot of people don't like this, but I'll say it is, it used to be people, we all had our eyes on the streets. As a community, every home had their eyes on the streets. Well, the reality now is that criminal organizations, we forgot always leave out the organized part when we talk about crime. Organized criminals are smarter also these days. So as many eyes as we have, we need a few more eyes. So what I say to that is, I would love to see every home with one of those Ring doorbell systems. And I don't see it being streamed to the police, but it's private to that street or that neighborhood. So when things go wrong, if little Johnny decides to rob the house across the street, we can handle that as a community first and decide what that looks like. And then decide if we want to bring in any law enforcement to handle that. But I think first we need to have our eyes on what's going on so we can see what's going on. But I say to that is we used to be able to do that, but things are a little bit more sophisticated now. So those cameras are our extra set of eyes, not the police's extra set of eyes. It's the community's extra set of eyes. And that's how I view it. So what I want to do on council is I want every house to have a little doorbell thing, and I want the city to pay for it. But again, the city isn't going to be in charge of these cameras. It's going to be that private individual, because we need more eyes on the street so we know what's going on. Nobody wants to keep calling the police. We don't have to do that every time. We don't have to do that anytime. It might be a homeless person that's opening doors because they need to sleep in cars every night. Okay, well, we now see that, and we can call the right people to be able to handle that situation. And the right people is not the police, as we know. The police will tell you right now that they don't want to handle those type of situations, and they don't. So as a community, we need those extra set of eyes, I believe, so that we can make the proper choice for what we want to do in our community. That's my response to crime. I don't think we need a big training facility out there. Do I believe officers need great training? Hell yeah. Yes. 22nd century training. People keep talking about 21st century. We already in the 21st century. They need 22nd century training. Certainly. I don't know yet if they need a big facility to do that. I don't know about that. But we can all agree that they do need better training in general when it comes to working with people, responding to things, etc. So I do believe that every city right now has somewhat of a crime spike just because of COVID itself and the income insecurity. That's a given. But I think that there are many ways in which we should have already been addressing crime. Again, starting with the youth programs, but also going to the doorbell systems, but also making sure our officers have proper training. And that does not mean we need a big facility to do that in. I'm all for fire, though. They need constant training. And the big facilities, how we going to get up these buildings? But I think officers might need a different type of training, and I think they might be open to it if we really talk about it more. So, yeah.
Waukesha, I'm going to let you take the reins because I know you guys are running in that Atlanta circle. What question would you have for Jareem? And then, Jareem, what question would you have for Waukesha? I'm going to be right back, but that's what I want you guys to do. Waukesha, take it away.
So my question would be, how would we both work together, which I know we will, because we're going to win. Yes. But how will we best work together to help specifically the water boys?
Boom. I think first what it looks like is literally the APS board and also city council literally getting together and creating. I mean, and we already have so many programs. Let's talk about it. We do. So we don't necessarily have to create something new. But in theory, we would just create an entrepreneurship program, point blank, period, between APS and also city council. And it would literally be if you want to join, and we would actively go out and be asking and recruiting people into the program. We'll be in the streets. So I think that's what it looks like. It really and truly looks like us doing the work and actually getting out there and telling them, hey, there's a program, and in this program, we're paying $15, $20 an hour, okay? More than what you was making out here, and we need you. But I think what it really says is we need to ask them, though, like, what do you want to do? Like, how can we connect you with where you want to be? You want to be the next big engineer? Great. Let us connect you with an engineering firm so that you can do an apprenticeship there where they're paying you. You want to make the next big car, or that you want to, work with Marta? Cool. Let's pair you with those. That's what I think it looks like at the end of the day. I think it's simple. I think it's just
Mm-hmm.
us, all these Fortune 500 companies in our city. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Yep.
hasn't APS board and city council sat down with the corporations and just said, hey, we got about, I don't know, 500 of these entrepreneurs out here that need to make money. That's number one. Let's call it what it is. They're
Mm-hmm.
out there because they need money in their pockets. That's number
Right.
one. So we say to them, they need money in their pockets. How can we connect them with one of your jobs or trades or passions where they can be paid? That's what it
That's
looks
it.
like to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? I mean, what does that look like? Because it
So
seems like no one's done it yet.
they have, I said this earlier, they have strategically not done that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our last superintendent was fighting with our last mayor. They had I mean, and the NAACP just came out and said some things about that on YouTube. And so, we need the city to be working together. And I hear people say, oh, they need to just mind their business and stay in their lane. No, baby, we need to work together
No.
because what they have
Yes.
been doing has been hurting our community. And that's the reason
Yes.
why you see our young men and women on the street. And that's the reason why
Yep.
crime is so bad, because they're not working together. They are too busy fighting each other. They're well off. They are in position to eat,
Mm-hmm.
to have somewhere to sleep, to have a nice shower, and to enjoy Atlanta. But a lot of our children don't have that privilege.
Right.
They just don't. If you listen
Yeah.
to the school talk, they always say, oh, the kids come to school to get a nice hot meal, and we provide resources. Okay. To your point, if I give a man a fish versus teaching him how to fish,
Hello. And that's
you
what
know,
that's what we need to be doing. That's I look and I didn't even know that they had been fighting and was
mm-hmm,
that's a that's the problem. People want to know like what's
mm-hmm,
the there's no magical solution. It's actually a very simple solution.
right.
They just need to put their egos to the side and work together.
That's it.
Attend each other's meetings. I question I feel few councilmen, why aren't you at the APS board meetings? Why
Me and you
aren't
go,
you there?
me and you go to all the NPU
We have
meetings.
MPU meeting with their neighborhood meeting with their MARTA board meeting with their
We
youth
don't
meeting.
even see them.
No,
We never see them
they're
in these
not there.
meetings.
They're not there. That's
Mm-hmm,
the problem. If everybody would just pay more attention and actually do the work,
mm-hmm,
we would already be on the same page. You wouldn't have to ask APS what they're doing. You would already know. I know Eugene Jones from the Atlanta Housing Authority, he tweeted recently,
mm-hmm,
all the mayoral candidates, or many of them were saying, Atlanta Housing Authority, this, that, and the other. And he tweeted and said, ain't none of
mm-hmm.
them been to a board meeting. So
And
how
I
can
go to
they
them. I
all be,
ain't seen them.
hello? How can you be talking about
I ain't
building
seen them.
affordable housing? We need this, we need that, or been chastising. Well, as they say, the Atlanta Housing Authority hasn't built anything in 10 years. Well, according to records, you haven't been into a meeting with them in over 4. So how can
Mm,
you talk
okay.
about anything like that when you're not doing the actual work?
And these are the people
And the
that we
records show.
elected. Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Because I said these are the people we elected, and we're in these meetings. Like,
Yep.
this is every day we are in meetings somewhere. We
That's
run
why I
into
love talking to
community
you right
meetings
now.
because
We know
we're like,
other candidates
okay,
aren't really in the meetings like we are. Just
no,
and I think we're there because we really want to learn. But I think what it's shown us though is who's really in the community, right? Everybody
okay,
talks about how they're in the community
yep,
when the community really and truly are these neighborhood associations, the MPUs. And don't get us wrong, everybody is not there. But the people
mm-hmm,
that really care about the neighborhood, I promise you, they're at the meetings because they're not being
yeah,
paid to be at the meetings. They're not being paid
mm,
to do that work.
mm-hmm,
It's because they really care about what's going on in the neighborhood. So I guess my
exactly.
question to you, We just had a whole
Yeah,
conversation.
y'all went back. That was what I wanted. I wanted to see the collaboration. The reason why I asked you guys to do that is because I wanted to see the collaboration. And this is what, as you just said, this is what it's going to take. City council working with the school board working with the city council to
Yes.
get things done. You going in with that mindset. I know that you guys are going to be great leaders. I want to thank both of you for being on the broadcast. We have one more guest. Jareem, you going to hang out with us, or do you have to go? Because I know you're busy.
I'll be here for I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep you on the broadcast with us. I'm gonna bring in Miss Joyce Griggs, y'all. She is running for Congress. Good morning, Joyce. Joyce, can you hear us? She has no sound. Joyce, can you hear us? We can't hear you. Technology, y'all. Sometimes it ain't our friend. Joyce, can you hear us? We have you live. You don't have any sound. All right, I'm gonna put her back in the back channel, y'all, just for a few minutes. But Waukesha and Jareem, City Council, APS School Board. I'm excited for y'all. Are you ready? I know you're ready.
Oh,
we got like 10 days left.
We have 10 days and we are more than ready. And,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be remiss not to say, because it's just been really on my heart so much lately. And I've been saying it over and over, which is that right now in Atlanta, there are about 100 candidates that are running, from school board to mayor to president to city council. I would maybe even say about 110. What I can say about that is there's about 50 of us that really care about the city and getting things done in our city. We will not all be elected. However, there's more than enough work in our city to go around for us all to be sticking together and continuing the work. And that's what I've been telling people. Whether I'm elected or not, I know that I'm very big in transportation. That's what I love. And I will be continuing to do that work. And Waukesha, I know, listen, when I say if anybody is going to fight for the children to make sure that they have what they need, to me, that is Waukesha. So rather elected or not, there's so much work to be done between the boards, the commissions, the MPUs, the neighborhoods. Without a doubt, everybody needs to be compensated for the work that they're doing. Let's put that out there. But here in Atlanta, there's so much work to be done. And all I can say is between 50 really great candidates, more than enough work. So I hope we can continue working together.
Yes.
We will. And
I'm excited.
And guess what? I'm willing to donate my first year's salary. I'm willing to donate to a school in need.
I said I was donating half of my salary back to the community, so we were on the same page already.
Come on.
Y'all hold that thought for just a moment. Joyce, can you hear us? Do we have some sound now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Joyce Griggs.
Okay,
everybody, Joyce Griggs is running for Congress. Joyce, tell us what district you are running for.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm in the 1st Congressional District, which includes Savannah is the largest city, and it has 17 counties. It goes all the way down to Brunswick, Georgia, Florida border. So it's a big area, okay? And I ran in 2020. I was the Democratic nominee. And we got, because it wasn't just me, it was the people. We got more votes than anyone ever against the incumbent, Buddy Carter. And Buddy must go. He's not my buddy, but he must go.
Joyce, tell us your website. Is it joycegriggs.com? What is your website?
It's Joyce Griggs 2022.
Awesome. I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm hopeful that people will see this and support all of you. Waukesha, support Jareem, support Miss Joyce Griggs. Joyce, you are a veteran. You have a heart that's bigger than the average. You want to talk about that and why you chose to run for Congress?
Right. Yes, I sure will. Yes. And I always tell people I'm qualified. Okay. I spent about 33 years in the military with the active and reserve, over 20 plus active. I am a combat veteran. I went to Iraq 3 times. I'm an intelligence officer, retired lieutenant colonel, Bronze Star recipient. So, hey, I've got all that. I got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a law degree. And guess what? Most importantly, I am a servant for the people. I care about the people. It's not about Joyce Griggs. It's about the people. I am not going to Washington for money or fame or whatever. I'm going for the people because we must have someone from this district that will properly represent the people here. Someone that will be the voice for the people, for the disenfranchised, the oppressed, the depressed, you name it. So I am that voice. I can't be bribed and I can't be bought. I'm a fighter. The military trained me well.
You better preach, y'all. If y'all don't know Joyce Griggs, you got to look her up, y'all. She is truly the truth. Like she brings it. She means what she say, and she say what she mean. I have navigated these political streets with her as well. She ran in 2020, you know, and,
Yes.
and she wasn't playing. She wasn't playing. She showed up. She was everywhere, and she speaks truth to power. Joyce, I'm excited for your campaign.
Well, thank you so very much. And I just need any and everybody to get on board with donations. Or if you know somebody in this area, please let them know. And you know what? You need money to run a campaign. However, though, it's the vote that counts. Money helps, but we need to tell anybody we need to vote, 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 vote. Because especially with everything that's going on with the voter suppression, it is absolutely ridiculous. It's like where we are right now. It's like we've gone back pre Civil Rights Act, you know. And it's kind of sad, really. And I didn't serve my country. I didn't risk my life in Iraq these 3 times to come back to this. No, this should not be. And we would not allow it to be. They would not take us back. We're going forward. And we would never quit. We'd never give up.
Yeah, y'all. If you haven't met Joyce Griggs, you got to meet her. Savannah. Tell us all the little cities. Is Savannah? Is it Port Wentworth? The cities that are in that cluster of Congressional District 1.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we got, like you said, Savannah, Pooler, Port Wentworth. Oh gosh, we got Liberty County, Hinesville. We got Long County with a little C. We got Bryan County, okay, which is Richmond Hill. Then we go on down. We got Jessup, okay. Let's move a little further down. County, Black. We got Cross. So we got that. Gosh, we go all the way down to, Glenn County and all those little municipalities in that area. Charlton County, we got that. We got Clinch County. So it's a lot of them throughout that area. So a lot of cities. Now, Savannah and Liberty County, all of them, those 2 counties are. I went Chatham County, won the race. Okay. So that's just how critical Chatham County is. And other ones too. I'm minimizing those districts, the way they drew those districts there.
Joyce, we're losing sound. I think the building that you're in may not be helping. I think we lost her. Can you hear us, Joyce?
Okay.
I think she's back. Can you hear us? Because we were losing you. I think the building that you're in may be causing the internet to not work very well. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. We lost her. Jareem, the Dream. I gave him a nickname a long time ago. I'm so proud of you. A young fella.
I love it.
Out here doing his thing, y'all. If you have not followed Jareem, go to his website. It's www.sharp.vote. Sharp.vote.
Yes.
He is serious. He is the truth. He has a heart to serve. I'm so very proud of you, Jareem. Keep doing what you're doing. You got about 10 days ahead of you?
We have 10 days and then a runoff. And then a runoff, right?
There's so many of you, right?
There's so many of us, and most of our races will end up with runoffs for sure. So the runoff election is November the 30th. So it's not over. We still got a whole another month after November 2nd to keep kicking it, because there will certainly be runoffs. And I know in my race, especially, as I kind of already mentioned, there are 2 other candidates, one in particular that if it's not me, it's got to be him. So we've already kind of decided that either of us wins, we'll be hopping on one another's campaigns, pushing forward to ensure that the incumbent is out. We got work to do. So it is not over until November the 30th, really and truly. And I'm in it. We're all in it. We are in this.
I'm
That's
so
all I can
proud of
say.
you. I'm so proud of you. Go to his website, everybody. That's sharp.vote, sharp.vote. Go to his website, support him. This brother needs all the support he can get. Campaigning is not easy, it's not cheap, and he needs it.
Nope.
So go to the website, everybody. Jareem, I want to thank you for joining me. And you
Thank
know
you
what?
so
When you
much.
get on the other side of this and you're in that runoff, I'm having you back.
Listen, I can't wait. And as we've been talking for so long, there's so much work to do. I'll throw this out here around reparations. And like I said, the work doesn't stop. We are just getting started. I think that we talked about that months and months ago. It's a long road ahead, and there's a lot to do. So after the runoff, I will see you very soon.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
see you all through Atlanta.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it. Thank you for
Yes.
joining today.
Thank you so much. See y'all later.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.
Waukesha, thank you for joining me on this broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all, Waukesha and I are like, we became fast friends like years ago, but now that we in this political space, it's like we are like connected. I'm just so
Yes.
proud of you. I'm here. We
Thank
got to
you.
get you some contributions. Y'all go to Waukesha's website. This is where it begins with our babies, with our children. Go to Waukesha's website, waukeshahowe.com, Atlanta School Board District 1. Give her what you can. It all helps. It all helps. This woman has a heart to serve. Waukesha, thank you for joining me on the broadcast today.
I want to leave you guys with something. Go check out my last post. I want everybody that's running to repost this. We are built and not bought. Follow the money.
Say that. Amen. Amen. I'll see you soon, Waukesha. Thank you for joining me today. All right, Miss Joyce. Let me see if we can bring you back in for just a moment. Joyce, can you hear me?
I just put 40 on here.
Uh-oh. Can you hear us, Joyce?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you I have a few more seconds. I want to let everybody know again, Congressional District 1, Joyce Griggs 2022.com. Joyce Griggs 2022.com. Go to the website, support.
Yes.
We got to get the right people in Congress. We got to get the right people out here serving us, because what we have is not working.
No, it's not. You're right. We've got to do it. We've got to have a change. And now is the change. Now is the time. Not now, then when? It's now. The time is right.
Amen.
And we've got to have somebody in the first district that will represent all people. Okay? Not just those with money that goes to the golf clubs or the private clubs, but the real people, the people that's out here, the people that need health care, the people that need to be able to feed their children or have affordable, sustainable housing. We've got to have somebody that has the heart for the people. And I have the heart for the people. And I have to fight, because I'm still fired up and ready to go.
That you are, Joyce. I'm definitely gonna have you back at the new year, because we got we got a race to run through the spring. So I'm definitely gonna have you back so we can dive into the issues. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so very much, and God bless you, and keep it rolling. Thank you.
Keep it moving. Thank you, Joyce. All right. So everybody, that was Joyce Griggs 2022. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Whew, let's do our giveaway. Friday we did our $5 or more Cash App challenge, y'all. We got to do our giveaway. Let's share the screen. Let's see who is going to be our winners today. Let's share the screen. All right, let's spin the wheel. You can find your prizes at the fundraiser, y'all. The fundraiser page on the website, y'all. I had the wrong banner up, y'all. Bear with me. I told you I'm so thrown off today by Facebook, I could scream. But that's okay. We got to back up. Your girl's old enough to, like I say, to remember before there was a such thing as a Facebook, a computer, a cell phone. I know how to do this. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel and see who our winners are for today. Let's see who is going to be. We got 2 winners. We're going to have 2 winners. Let's see. It is Nicole. Woohoo! Nicole, everybody. Nicole, you are my winner today. Thank you for contributing to the campaign on Friday. Thank you, Nicole. All right, let's see who's going to be our next winner. Let's see who the second person is. I love this little wheel. Let's see. All right, let's see who's going to be that next winner. Let's see. It is it Mark? Yeah. Oh. B1. No, it's not. It's B1. You are the winner. I thought it was Mark. He just barely made it. All right. So our winners this morning are Nicole and B1, y'all. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for being a part of this journey to the United States Senate. Thank you for all you do. We have a race to win. Look at this. Look at the sun shining in. Thank you, God. We received that. We received that blessing. We have a race to win to the United States Senate. I believe it with all my heart. I believe it. We're 7 months away from taking our Democratic seat. Then we'll see Mr. whoever on the other side. I think they're all men on the other side. So whoever that Republican challenger that becomes the front runner, we look forward to seeing them on the other side. So, all right, let's put up these banners here. You know, I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. Every week, y'all, we give voice to issues, activism. Please support this broadcast. This is independent media. We cannot depend on traditional media to do anything for us. We can't. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. We can't depend on them to do it. We're not waiting on them to do it. We can't. We got to do it for ourselves. So I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. You know, I work alongside churches fighting for reparations. Please go to the website, support Reparations Sunday, y'all. This is where we engage the ministry, churches, pastors, with those of us who are activists and active in this struggle, this fight for reparations, y'all. We close, but we need all hands on deck. I also support HB 541, y'all. There's a bill here in Georgia. If you're a descendant of chattel slavery here in Georgia, HB541.net. It's in the Georgia legislature. It will be back at the top of the year when session starts. So we got to make sure this bill is passed. You know, you can find me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, y'all, because Facebook done shut me down. Pray, y'all, that I get back on. I pray we do. I don't know. We shall see. But you'll find me on YouTube, Keeping Up with Congress, 5 p.m. to 5:30. Keeping up with what they're doing. We got to make sure that we are able to negotiate when we get there. If we're going to get reparations. You'll find me on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. White Women for Reparations. They come together. They're listening. They're participating. They're supporting White Women for Reparations, y'all. Those, I call them modern day abolitionists. These are the white women that fed us along the way, supported us along the way as we were escaping the hands of the South. I call these women modern day abolitionists. White Women for Reparations on Clubhouse. If you're on the Clubhouse app, join us Tuesday, 7 p.m. We are reading They Were Her Property. It's deep. That book is deep. Reparations Sundays on Wednesdays on Clubhouse as well. I'm busy on Clubhouse, y'all. Busy. Hard Conversations, White Women, Black Women, Let's Talk Thursdays on Clubhouse. Again, I am your candidate for the United States Senate. Please donate. Go to the website. We got a race to win and a very short time to do it. 7 months is right around the corner. So I want to thank you for joining me on this broadcast today. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. Make sure you go to the website. I'll see you on Monday, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Tamara for Georgia, where we give voice to issues, activists, and activism. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey, your candidate for the United States Senate. I'm a progressive Democrat that believes that reparations will make America great. It is time that we bridge the divide in this country. Please go to my website. That's www.tamaraforgeorgia.com. Please join me every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for Tamara for Georgia.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our check. Young prodigies. Go. Free.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
Kicking the door, coming for our 40 acres and more. Our 6.4 trillion. Miss said no, we fought the Civil War.
We came from the poor.
Start from the bottom, we still on the floor. We pray to the Lord.
Amen.
Picking the cotton, our fingers are sore.
Straight after underground, escaping from slavery. The only cemeteries that we had were the trees. Watching our bodies while they blew in the breeze. Niggas to the north side to get free.
That way came from slavery. Where's on the mirror once you on me? Put her head on the door, put the werewolf schemes. Stick to the north side to get free.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
We taking them back. Putting Pettis Bridge on the map. Police came with the strap. That Sunday was bloody, no cap.
Stop capping.
Speaking of cap, Kaepernick taking knees at the flag. Where my justice at? We built this nation, better give me them racks. All fat, just imagine a little bit of gasoline. 4 girls got burned back in 63.
400 years, yeah, we still ain't free. Our rise, we rise, taking it.
Kaepernick.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me.
Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
We stuck in the trap, with no shoes, trying to pull up bootstraps. Increasing the gap, wealth got bigger, so we had to adapt. Discriminated cause we black, I know it worth more than I know it's a fact. They tryna feed scraps, strike me on board so we can't come back.
30 years ago on April 19, Yusef and Try chemical read.
If it happened to them, think it happened to me. Screaming out, ready 5, 2, and 3.
Prodigies.
Reparations.